Ladies and gents, I'm back. That's an electric Hummer over there. That's actually kind of sick. And we're at the Durango Casino with the MotoTec 2000 watt fat tire electric scooter. I guess I can't say MotoTec 2000 watt 18 amp hour fat tire. It's pretty much a 38 amp hour with the Sur Ron Battery. But anyways, the reason why I'm back at this location. Do y'all remember the video I did a while ago with the man that had the little low Outbreaker Aura? It was the very small but powerful RGB electric scooter. No, we're not riding with him again. As a matter of fact, now that I remember, jeez, I think it's been almost a year. That video was recorded in April. I officially uploaded though June due to a lot of delays and things that were going on with Square Body 2.0, you know, the old controller issues. But anyways, no. So we're not riding with him, but what I did want to do is, now that this bike is back up and running with the Sur Ron Battery, and now that I even know its range, after the last video I continued to drive this bike around without charging it, and I hit a whopping 32 miles and still had 26% battery left. So now that I know I can go that far, I thought it would only be best because of the area I live in, unlike North Las Vegas where those Craig Ranch Park, that one trail I love to hit all the time. Everything's so far away, so this is the closest and coolest trail I know. I'm going to try to find that trail again. I think it'll be a pretty fun ride on this bike. So without further ado, let's get to it. Oh my god, it's a Cybertruck right there. Yes. Finally, we're here. Yes sir, ladies and gents, this is it right here. Oh, wait a minute. Start, baby. Alright, so I have the directions up now. So when I got here, because I kind of forgot to say it in that lap before I started actually driving down here, this is officially the trail right here. We finally own it, but I'm not just gonna ride down this trail. The point of being on this trail is to not only explore the trail during daylight so I can catch maybe and possibly a view that I missed when I was riding with Gio. Not the best with names, so I'm pretty sure that was his name. It took me a minute to remember that. But again, not to only explore the trail again in the daylight and possibly see a view that I might have missed, but just to explore it on this bike. Oh, I'm making a damn... Is this about to be a road? Is this a... I think this is about to be a road. A sidewalk, and I'm kind of hoping when this goes red, I can just make the switch. Ooh! Because then I'll have to cross twice. Well, I should be able to see their light. So when they stop, I don't have to cross twice, because I got to get right where that U-Haul truck is. Alright, so now that I'm here, I'm going to properly explain. So not only am I hitting this trail again to catch the view, possibly a view I missed at nighttime because it was so dark, but I'm hitting this trail because I want to go to a park I've never been to before, that is kind of in the Summerland area. No, it is in the Summerland area. And I think it'd just be cool to go down the trail all the way to the park, because the trail will lead us to the park. I shouldn't have to hit any roads. Just this whole trail, and probably even further up the trail, part of the trail I didn't see because at the time I was a little scared to go too far. Shit, because the Sur Ron battery was low. Remember, I had this battery in a Sur Ron, so where I can do just a little more miles in this thing is where I can't do that much miles. Holy, I can't do that much miles on the Sur Ron due to it eating more power. I probably could have went a little further, but I just wasn't sure. So here we go. Taking this trail all the way to a small little park out in Summerland. One thing I do gotta say though, I'm a little disappointed because, and I seem to do this all the time, you know, it was these thin clouds, not too much, at least not for what I can see from outside through my window. I always wear the leather jacket under my sweater, and when standing still, especially with the sunlight, it gets hot. So you know, I'm gonna just wear a regular sweater under this sweater, and that should be good enough. As soon as I come outside, the sun has been blocked by these random, extremely thin clouds that came out of nowhere. And ever since I've been out, even getting to the location I wanted to get to just for the intro, I have not gotten a single bit of sunlight. So I am freezing. The shaking in my voice is probably more due to the bounciness going on in this scooter. Do I gotta cross the road again? Uh-oh, I don't remember I have to cross the... Oh no, I do remember this. The trail me and him hit, we entered I think on the U-Haul way. I entered the actual first part of the trail. So I had to cross, then get to the U-Haul way, and now cross here, because I do remember crossing here. I think that's why the cross I just did was not too familiar. But yeah, so long story short, I'm cold. And lesson learned, while it's still very cold out here, just bring a leather jacket. I remember now too, this was the green building. It's just not lit up, of course, it's just broad daylight. Yes, we're back on the road. Oh yeah, I'm so cold. And I said it as I was leaving my neighborhood too. I'm like, maybe I should turn around. I said, forget it. I really should have turned around. Definitely bringing the leather jacket from now on. Sometimes it can get a little annoying too because it has like an elastic bottom that kind of squeezes tight, which is one of the reasons why it's so good at keeping the air out, but it likes to scoot up more and more and more. And that can get a little annoying. Honestly, it's not that annoying. Me freezing like this and shivering, it's quite a bit more annoying. Oh shit, you know what? Maybe next time I have to stop again, I'm gonna check my battery. I did leave out on 100% charge, but of course, because I have to drive my bikes to the locations, I arrived at the casino at 90%, but then I had to drive like 3 or more miles to get here. Oh, I gotta be careful on these turns. I'll be whipping this MotoTec, but I still gotta be careful because the wide tires might still feel a little awkward. But you know what, maybe not so much. I think what I really gotta worry about is one part of these turns that do just like this. It goes down really fast. I gotta remember that, so when I get there, I don't get surprised by it. See, this is the view we missed. These mountains back here. It's too dark to see that last time. So the next time I gotta stop, which will more likely be another street cross, which I'm not too sure how much longer this trail will go for. I think it's quite long. Check the battery, because we're probably at like 80, 90, 80, 70%. And the best part about this too, because I remember saying it when I went on that ride with Gio with the Outbreaker. The Outbreaker Aura, I wish I could have bought the GoPro because, you know, the hyper view. But I brought the Ace Pro because we were supposed to come out later. But I don't remember if he ended up not replying or not saying anything at a certain time. And then I took a nap. So, for all I know, maybe he was taking a nap as well. But all I know is we didn't quite come out the time, or at least not as early as we wanted to. Oh, we're hitting this part of the trail already. This bridge. This was a cool little twist and turn high view, which is part of the bridge. It's a lot wider than I thought it was. A lot wider than I remember it being. I meant to say, through the video footage, it did not look this wide. So, taking these turns are very comfortable. But hold on, I'm not gonna lie. I do want to admire this view, because this is great. This is probably the best time also to check battery. But look at this. Sheesh. The cars on the highway, the mountains, the sunlight. Alright, let's check this battery though. So what are we at right now? If I can get on here with this big old helmet on my head and I got sunlight in my eyes, 74. So about what I thought we would be, actually in between, because I said probably 80, maybe even as low as 70, but we're 74. Whatever he is listening to started sounding creepy because the way a little blue car speeding off. Sounds kind of nice. Kind of moves a little, and it's not unnecessarily loud just to go 2 miles per hour in 60 seconds. Now the good thing though with having 74% is I really think I only got about 2.6 more miles to go until we get to this park. I wonder if I'm gonna hit a specific part of this trail that I've never hit before, because thinking about it, we may have gone up this far actually, so I could be wrong about going a little further down the trail. But geez, we are definitely catching a view. That's the most sunlight I've gotten since I've left the house. Holy. But we're definitely catching a view that I was not able to catch at nighttime. It should have been obvious, especially because I know I am around Summerland. But geez, I didn't think we would catch such a nice mountain view like this. Oh, then this is where it goes, like, it drops real low under the, let's see if I'm correct about that. Hey, look at him go. Ain't the only one scooter. Yep, drops real hard right here, but luckily I slowed down due to homeboy coming up. You know what though, this side felt better. It's when you come down the way he just came down, this way. As you can see, this curves a little quicker while being just as steep. Jeez, it's so cold, I feel like I'm talking weird. My mouth is freezing up, my hands is freezing up, my body's freezing up. Seeing a highway always reminds me that even in a car, I've had my license since 2021. Can't remember what month, but I know it was early 2021, and so I've yet to ever drive on the highway. I've never taken my bike on the highway, definitely never that. See, I never even took a car on the highway. I've never Well, let me say that better, because that would sound like I've never even been on a highway before. I have definitely been on the highway, but I have never drove on the highway. Is this how far me and him made it and then we turned around? I can't remember. I'd have to look back at the video. I felt like we might have crossed this. It's one of those moments where it got me waiting again, but I don't think I need to wait. Shit. I thought I had it. I feel like we did hit this part of the trail, because I think I remember a wall being there and these really tall, bright street lights being on. So I actually don't think I'm going further down. Depending on how much further I'm gonna have to go to get to this park, I don't think I'm seeing any more of this trail that I haven't seen already. Oh, I'm getting the burps. For anybody that rides, well, this is kind of a hard question, because I'm assuming if you're not recording, then you have no reason to be talking like I'm talking while driving with your helmet on. But this has been happening to me for so long now. I don't even remember when it started. I don't know if it started on the first time I got a helmet. All I know is it's every time I'm doing one of these videos and I'm doing all this talking, after a while it's almost like I start to build, hey, that's that electric Hummer again. I swear I'm seeing the same vehicles over and over, unless everybody's buying an electric Hummer now. Now that is a nice ass electric vehicle though. That thing looks good. The pickup one looks good as well. I'm annoyed because one time I was, where was I coming from? I was coming from some ride out. I think it was the last Ver ride out I went to, not the May 4th one, if anyone remembers that one, but it was the one I went to back in December 2023 before I got hit by that car. I was on my way back home, driving real slow, and I remember the pickup version. Wait, where am I going? Oh shit. I guess we could hit the sidewalk, which is actually not necessary. The electric Hummer, the pickup one, was slowly driving past me. Tried to hit quick record on a damn GoPro, which this GoPro's down. I still can't figure out why exactly does my GoPro not want to stay up anymore. Why does it want to tighten anymore? But yeah, I tried to quick record with the old GoPro 9 and it just wouldn't. I was pissed. It's already been enough. The GoPro 9 with quick record didn't always like to pick up audio. But here we are. It's not a special park, it's a simple park. I probably should have been said that, but it was just somewhere to go. I'm not gonna lie though, it might be a lot smaller than I may have realized. But we're just, oh, here we go, the grass is down here. But we're just gonna cruise along the sidewalks. Ooh, definitely do not want to keep going straight. That, oh, we don't want to turn that way either. Jeez, this is all gonna end probably fairly painful. Not that way either. Here we are. But yeah, I was heated because I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to capture that. It was the closest I've ever been to one of the electric Hummers, and those are one of the electric vehicles I actually like. Those are really nice. They look really good. Now, do they look as good as the original Hummer, especially, you know, the H1, the Humvee, or the Alpha H1? Of course not. But they look good. I personally think they look good. If I was forced to buy an electric vehicle and I had the money, because I know those are not cheap. I actually don't know how much they cost. I just know they're not cheap. I'd be surprised if they're cheap. It would be those Hummers. Honestly though, seeing that SUV version in person, because that's, well, I guess the second time since I just seen it twice today. 3 times I think. Not twice. Twice today. I actually think I like the SUV version better, which was typically me. Nowadays it's a little difficult, but I used to like SUVs a lot better. Those were just my vehicles, you know. But nowadays, I'm actually not sure if I like SUVs better than pickups. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the SUVs still look good, but not as SUVs they used to look. Does that make sense? I feel like back then, SUVs, I feel like nowadays SUVs are just very, very large crossovers. Like, let's use Ford from 2016 and below, big SUV. After that, when they changed up the look, I think in 2017 or 2018, actually they might have changed the look in 2018, it started to look like a very large Ford Explorer. And ever since that, I haven't been able to like the Ford the same way. Oh, I'm leaving the park. And now I feel like the Chevys aren't as bad. Like the Chevy, the Tahoe, the Yukon, the Escalade. They have still more of a SUV look, but at the same time they are definitely not having that much of a full-size SUV, you know, old school SUV look anymore, especially after they got rid of the boxy design. I'm gonna take this moment to sit chill right in this grass. Holy, my hands are starting to freeze again. Oh my god, the tennis court. I think because of the way modern SUVs should look nowadays, that might be what's making me like the pickups more. And I'm not gonna lie, where the SUVs are becoming more crossover-ish, the pickups are becoming extra freaking large. I like the big pickups, the 250s, the 2500s, you know. I'm more of a fan of those, but even the small ones are big now, man. All these pickup trucks are huge. I'm kind of loving the way they look. Now, if it came to old school trucks, I may have to say that SUVs are still better, like the Excursion, Suburbans, you know. But the old school SUVs aren't like big SUVs anymore. They're big crossovers, which they still look nice, but I don't know about the Ford. I haven't liked the Ford ever since 2018. But the tennis court, holy. Seeing a tennis court remind me how much tennis me and my family used to play at our old local park back in North Las Vegas back in like 2015, I think it was. I'm sure I was terrible, but that shit was fun. I was terrible. Alright, I ain't gonna get no warmer than this. Let's head back. Alright, let's see if there's any views going back down the trail that we might have missed last time. Which, actually, we might have went down the trail a little bit. Maybe not. I think we started going through like a park, and then eventually we were on the Summerland roads, the curvy roads, and then we hit like the road, then we went through a park, went through another park, and it started hitting some very, very spectacular sidewalks. The most craziest will kind of waste your time. Like, I'm talking the sidewalks will go up and then loop around, kind of like the trail I just did. The loop I just went on the trail on the way here, that we're going to be hitting again once we get back. It was doing all that. Oh, you know what? I made a mistake. Should have checked the battery when I hit the park. But yeah, he was hitting some tight turns. I remember like saying to the camera, like, yo, this dude need to slow down, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Especially he was letting me ride the Outbreaker, which not only had a twist throttle with its very delayed torque, just like this scooter, but it had more power than this scooter while being smaller. Oh boy, does that say 7 seconds? I'm not gonna make it, but let's at least get there. Okay, this is red, so let's, if the kickstand will go down, come on. Let's check battery. Last time we checked battery was at 74 and I'm still on the trail somewhere. 64. If my math is correct, this whole trip should be about 26 to 30 miles, so I am expecting to have real low battery by the time I'm back home. Hopefully I didn't undercalculate, because if I did, I might be in trouble. Fuck it, he going, I'm about to go. Hey, let's go. Damn, I should have brought my leather jacket. Sitting at that light, warm on the chilly side, but it felt good. Now I'm freezing again. Now I'm freezing again. This is a cool little trip though. This is like the perfect type of riding for this scooter. Like I said in the last video, eventually, when I get the time, I want to see what this stock motor can do. So I'm talking switching out for an even stronger and higher voltage of battery, and same with the controller, more volts, more power, and then see what this stock motor got. It'd be nice to see if I could get this stock motor going something like 50. I may not go any faster than that because of the hardtail, you know, zero suspension. I got to make sure this steel is thick enough, because it's steel frame. If it's steel frame's 11 gauge, oh, it should be all good. But I honestly feel like this would be a heavier bike if it was 11 gauge steel frame. I feel like the frame is thinner. Uh-oh, is this where it goes down? He has to be real careful. Shit, it go down right there. Yeah, this felt like it turned harder. I could be completely wrong, but everything feels a lot better when you're on these really fat tires though. I think at that time too, because it was dark, I was still kind of hitting the throttle because I couldn't quite see. Alright, I'm very annoyed because for some reason, as usual, I don't know why this keeps happening, but the side battery just does not like to charge the GoPro 12. Therefore, the GoPro's at 1% and it just turned off. But anyways, can't quite fully remember what I was saying. I think I'm saying something along the lines of upgrading this. Yeah, I'd have to make sure the steel is strong enough. I probably was past that, but fuck it, we're back at it. But until I do those upgrades, and you know, if I go that far of chopping up the frame a little bit to give it some suspension or whatnot, for the rear at least. Hey, we're back at the twirly bridge already. Yeah, until I do that, the scooter is perfect for this. Just kind of dislike the area I live in due to everything being so far away now. The parks ain't as good. There isn't a cool local trail I can always hit anymore. This trail is not that local. I definitely would not constantly go out to hit this trail, as cool as it is. And as far as it goes, I feel like there'll only be one reason I do, and that's if I get my Sur Ron back up and running and, you know, give it a proper working battery. Still a large one. I still wanted to have a really big battery. And then with that big battery and I test its range and I get excellent range, then I'll hit this trail just to go as far down the trail as much as possible, because this is a cool ass trail. It's just not all that local. It would just essentially be better if I had closer spots to go to while having a scooter like this. You know what though, with a bike with no suspension, and I will say the big fat tires are definitely slightly calming these bumps down, as at least a lot more the thinner wheeled little bike would. Like, let's say the recent video I did on my little sister's new bike, it'd definitely be a lot more comfortable than that. Oh, almost took the wrong turn, which I was actually thinking about checking that out, but I think that it just literally goes into that parking lot. I'm not gonna lie, I'm freezing. I want to get home. But again though, my little sister's new scooter, something like her thin wheels would probably be a lot more painful. I think hers would actually still be more comfortable because she has a bicycle seat, but it's a beach cruiser seat, so it has little springs in it that actually, they do pretty good. But what I was pretty much originally trying to say is, for something that has no suspension, it's a hardtail, and even though it has these fat tires, it's still a hardtail. Either the seat's just not that bad, or the wheels really do a lot of extra cushioning, because I'm not in the pain I would expect to be in hitting all these bumps on a hardtail and a seat that has no suspension. I'm going to assume that's just how good these tires are keeping us afloat right now. Have I not been fully hitting the throttle? Because water, for some reason, it just felt like I started just kind of moving a little bit. Oh shit, I gotta cross again. Like, this is a terrible little stop right here. Where's the button for me to cross? I gotta get over here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how you do it, baby. Hopefully I wasn't talking about how cold it was too much, because I feel like I did a lot of that. Little downhill cruise, not even on the throttle, okay? My nose is getting stuffy, so hopefully I don't hear me breathing too hard in the damn mic. I think it's these downhills. I feel like they got me going a little, like my acceleration feels a little faster. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that was the last trail. Well, I'm gonna say it now then. I hope y'all enjoyed the ride, man. If y'all enjoyed the ride, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hold on, I don't think you heard me. Hold on. I said if y'all enjoyed the ride, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and hit the subscribe button to electrify with other people. Become electric with the rest of the people. It has been your boy. And me, I'm out. Peace.